I want you straight up. I want you straight up. I want you straight up. Don't want you made up. I want you straight up. No filter, no filter, no filter. I want you straight up. No filter. I want you straight up. Right when you wake up. I want you straight up.
What's up, guys? It's Ricardo DFW, Junk Guys, Junk Removal Service. Whew. I'm still in Vegas. Wanted to kind of do a video today about, I got one of my great followers, subscribers to my YouTube channel, asked me a question, some of the problems that he's been having with his junk removal service. And well, I'm here to answer that, guys. And he encountered 5 difficult problems, and some of the worst things that you'll inherit, or some of the five problems that you're gonna see during your junk removal journey. One of the biggest problems that I have in junk removal, and this is great that he said it too, is you get lost. You get lost going to a person's house. Here's one of the biggest dilemmas I have. I have 2 phones, and I use one of them always for GPS reasons. And when I'm using one for GPS, it starts ringing. I'm talking to a customer. I was heading to their house. I was only a few miles away, and then all of a sudden, I'm using the phone to talk on. So the Google Map goes off the phone, and I'm totally lost. So I have to pull over, and I waste time. That's a big problem. I always recommend, guys, to fix that problem, get a stationary GPS for your vehicle. Get a GPS for your truck that's primarily for that. Don't use your phone. That's what we're doing now. We just got a GPS for our trucks, one per truck, and that's what we're going to start to do. But that was a general question that he had asked me. He goes, Ricardo, when you're going to a person's house, how do you how do you stop the phone from ringing if you're going to, you have directions going somewhere and someone's calling you, but you're almost there and you don't want to get lost? And I was just totally surprised by the fact that I told him, dude, just get a separate stationary GPS, and primary for GPS reasons, and just use it for that purpose. So that was one of the biggest things that we talked about for a while, and here's something else. Number 2, okay, let's talk about the 5 problems that you're going to encounter while you're doing a junk removal service. Is offering a service that you can't do. For instance, a customer might want a dumpster at the property, and you just you're not equipped for a dumpster, or maybe he asked if you can pick up a piano, and your truck just sits too high, and you're just not equipped to pick up a piano. Some people own only one truck and one trailer, which makes it a lot more difficult. Because if you have multiple vehicles, when you use these multiple vehicles, you can park a vehicle, not waste any time, and go to another job. And that's one of the benefits of having multiple vehicles. So that's a benefit. You can service more people also. Of course, this is a service that people want, but you don't have. So the explanation on that is which was number 2, is what's a service that you can offer that you don't have. It's the fact that having multiple vehicles can help that, can fix that. But not only that, having dumpsters and mini dumpsters can also fix that problem for you. So trucks with lifts can do a lot more work. There's vehicles that are specialized to, like, for instance, a 1-800-JUNK vehicle cannot lift a piano because it just sits too high, and there's vehicles that can lift pianos. Trailers, flatbed trailers can lift pianos. Why? Because you just throw them on the back of flatbed. So that's something that some people can do with their trucks. Especially pianos are a 2-man job, and there's hot tubs that are 2-man jobs too, and they're getting heavy. You can't roll a hot tub by itself in one piece. So there was another problem that he was asking me. Third issue, okay? So you go to a person's house and they ask you to pick up paint for tires, and you have no idea where to dump it or how to get rid of it, okay? And just recently, I know where to dump tires now, and I just add that cost to the customer. For instance, every tire that I pick up, I just throw an additional $5 on it, and it makes it a lot easier for me to offer that hazardous material. So really, number 3 is how to get rid of hazardous materials. If you don't know, you're just not gonna know how to take a refrigerator that has Freon in it, how to pick up paint. What I do with my paint, I take the paint and I stick a flathead, a screwdriver on the top, make a hole in it, leave it out in the sun and let it dry. And in Texas, it usually dries in 2 days because it's so dang hot outside. So there's another thing that was a problem for this guy. He didn't know how to get rid of hazardous materials. Number 4, okay, here's another problem. And I'm only gonna name 5 problems. 5 problems. Monthly contracts, how to get paid on time and not have net 30 terms with customers, okay? We try to limit all that. We try to limit as many customers as we can that we do net 30 terms. We'll try to charge them on credit card immediately, or just tell them that if they could just mail out the check. If it's net 30 terms, we try to walk away from that business. You know what's weird about that? Is that we do business for a lot of companies that are, I would think, $1 million companies, such as apartments, condos and stuff. You would think that they have money, but honestly, they pay you net 30 terms because they don't have any money in the bank. They don't have any money that they have to wait 30 days until the renters or the owners of the condos pay them. So it's kind of weird, because I always thought that it was a business that they would have money and just pay you up front. So it's not true. Try to stay away from that as a small business owner. Try to stay away from anything that people have to, and they say, hey, will you take net 30 terms? Can I pay you on a monthly basis? So I told the guy, you know what, if those jobs come up, pass on them and go do something else. If you can't afford to manage that kind of business. And the number 5th one is, you know, from time to time, you're not gonna be able to service everybody, okay? How to keep customers happy, you know what I mean? Not being able to give 100% quality service is something that we strive to do, but every once in a while, I ain't gonna lie to you, we do fuck up, and fucking up is a part of the business. Sometimes we cannot offer that kind of value of customer service to the customer, and it's hard. You can't make everybody happy. Now, that's something I want you to understand. Not everybody is going to be happy with the service that you offer them. So don't be disappointed when someone gets mad at you for something stupid. Here's what happened the other day. We dropped off a mini dumpster at a person's house, and we drove off, and about the next day, the customer, well, that day the customer didn't fill it up, but the next day she sends me a picture, and there was a tire and a piece of wood inside the mini dumpster. And she takes a picture and she said, hey, your guys forgot to take this out. Well, we didn't forget to take it out. What happened is, at night when the mini dumpster was at the property, someone dumped a tire and some wood inside of it, but she accused us of doing it. For instance, there was no preventing that problem. We were going to get in trouble for that problem regardless. And I told the lady, I said, listen, ma'am, I'll be glad to give you your $150 back. I'll just pick up the mini. She was like, no, never mind. I'll just keep it if y'all don't want to give me a discount. I was like, no, I'm not going to give you a discount because we didn't do it. Your neighborhood is full of vigilantes, or I said something like that. She just wasn't happy about it, but I did try to solve the problem. There's gonna be situations just like that one that you're not gonna be getting out of. That's gonna be very difficult for you to try to make a person happy. So guys, again, not everybody is gonna be happy. It could be something stupid, something small, something scratching up a wall. We scratched up a floor, a hardwood floor the other day. We were using floor dollies. The homeowner saw us use floor dollies and saw us roll it out. And during the whole time, she never says that the wheels on the floor dolly are marking her floor. But she calls me 2 days later and accuses us of scratching the floor with the floor dolly. And I told her, I said, ma'am, you saw us use it. Why didn't you stop us right then and there when we wouldn't have done it? And I told her I'm not going to refund her. I said I'm not going to call my insurance to fix her hardwood floors because there's no reason to. We didn't do it on purpose. We don't charge much, $200 to remove a piano at anybody's house. But again, Nothing that I could have said would have made her happy. Even if I said I would have paid for her hardware for it, she was not going to be satisfied. So guys, don't lose money on deals like that. Let them go. That customer's never going to call me again, and I'll live with that. I can live with the fact that that customer's never going to call me back again. You know why? Because it's always another person. And another thing, when you come about big jobs, for instance, you get these big old estimates, and it's $3,000 or $4,000, and you know, they ask you to do a lot, and you're like thinking, you know what, should I walk away from this? I'm not equipped to do this job. I don't have the services. I don't have the infrastructure to do a job like this. Should I walk away from it? And that's another thing that y'all should really consider. Guys, walk away from jobs if you can't afford it and you can't do it. It's sometimes a lot better just to walk away, because you know what's right around the corner? Another $3,000 or $4,000 job. There are too many people requesting junk removal services and just trash hauling services these days. It's a booming business right now, guys. So I hope those are the 5 things that you know, I could help anybody out with if you have any problems or questions like that. And again, the first one was I was lost. You know, if you need a GPS, you should really consider getting a stationary GPS and just using it primarily just for GPS, not using your phone. The second one was, you know, services. If you can't offer a service because you don't have the proper truck, the proper trailer, the proper dumpster, something like that, it's something to look at to, you know, make your business better or bigger. Don't worry about it. Number 3, picking up hazardous materials. How do you get rid of them? How do you pick them up properly? And I explained that too. Number 4 was how do you talk and how do you fix the problem of having monthly billing? And how do you get customers to pay you? Well, if you don't want that problem, just don't do it. You know what I mean? And number 5, the last one I talked about was the fact that keeping your customers happy. How can you prevent it from making them unhappy? Sometimes you're just not going to win. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for me today. Again, I am in Vegas, Junk Guys DFW, and I'm waiting for Tim. I've challenged Tim from Junk Mob. He's based at Reno, which is about, I guess, 100 miles from here or something like that, a few hundred miles from here. And I challenged him to come and see me. I told him, hey, I'm out here, come talk business with me. I'm the biggest one in DFW, and he said he is the biggest one in Reno, Nevada. So I'm here in Vegas, guys, waiting for him. So we'll see what happens. Don't forget, guys, if you like this video, subscribe over there to the right side, and on the left side, check out my other videos, and I will talk to y'all later, okay?